pretty much the only Superman movie I have ever liked. Welcome to my latest edition of PRLostGalaxy2014's DVD reviews with my latest review on the Superman movie that is pretty much everyone's favorite right now, or least favorite, Man of Steel. Again, this is pretty much the reason why I chose this Superman movie is because although it came out in 2013, 2 years ago at the time when this was made, and known as 2015, but Man of Steel is the more darker, grimmer Superman movie. Or if you're looking for a much more dark and grimmer Superman movie, I recommend you to see Superman Doomsday. Either way. Unlike the Dark Knight trilogy with its DVD releases with these kind of slide boxes where you take the case out like this, you know, it's really impressive that I have to look at the boxing where it's all translucent, looking at the graphics and the coloring on here, and critics' opinions up here, photos still, some picture still to the movie right here, the listing of special features, the movie's premises printed right here, the digital, the ultraviolet digital copy download stuff right here, PG-13 rating, Warner Brothers, yeah, you name it. And the DVD premise is a young boy learns that he has extraordinary powers and is not to this earth. As a young man, Clark Kent's journey spends the journey to discover where he came from and what he was sent here to do. I gotta start this over. Sorry for that. I mean, I understand this may be a complete detraction for those that is watching my review despite my stammering and speech cut up. Let me try again. Let me try again. If you don't want to, you know, you can go ahead and dislike this video for those watching all you want because I'm messing up. A young boy learns that he has extraordinary powers and is not to this earth. As a young man, he journeys to discover where he came from and what he was sent here to do. But the hero in him must emerge if he is to save the world from annihilation and become the symbol of hope in all mankind. Special features include strong characters, legendary roles. The cast reveals what it means to carry on the tradition of Superman. All-out action, which displays taking superhero action to spectacular heights of realism. That's pretty much what Zack Snyder did with this movie. I have to admit, kudos to Zack Snyder. Now, I can see if Christopher Nolan directed this film, now that would have been a different story. Yeah, even though despite the fact Zack Snyder's name is right on top of where the cast is. I mean, the cast of Man of Steel consisting of Henry Cavill as the Man of Steel himself, Superman, Amy Adams, Michael Shannon, Kevin Costner, Diane Lane, Lawrence Fishburne, and Russell Crowe. What about the actress who played Feora? I forgot her name. Doesn't say. You take the box art off the case, you don't see the credits of the movie. This just has the digital ultraviolet thing, what you gotta do. And let me see how the DVD looks before I end this review. Pretty good, despite the different changes of what it looks like from the box to the actual case and cover. This is the way, but you know, wait until when I watch the movie, I will do a review one day in the future on Man of Steel if it holds up as the only Superman movie I'd rather watch. Yeah, the Christopher Reeve Superman movies is okay, but I'm not that much of a fan of those. I appreciate the first two Superman movies of Christopher Reeve's. Hate the other two films that caused his career to die out. Superman Returns, don't get me started with that film. This is a better reception. Well, even though this movie's not as superior as the Dark Knight trilogy, but I'll take this movie the way it is. So, and it's a 2-disc edition. Like I stated about Warner Brothers movies DVDs right now, gray or black discs, and so forth. And then the digital download slip for Ultraviolet on the side here, and something under. Oh, of course, I remember when I used to get the DVD for Batman Begins and The Dark Knight and The Dark Knight Rises, they would have this kind of stuff. Seems like Warner Brothers must love putting these kind of slips for, you know, overpricey collectibles in which I cannot afford, like this Command Key necklace, Command Key keychain, the Man of Steel ring, and looks, you know, from the look of it, I thought this was a nunchuck. And the Codex skull. I can't afford this kind of stuff. The Ultraviolet thing, yeah. Movie, disc 1. Disc 2, special features. Overall, this is going to be worth my time. And I think this is the way better Superman movie than all the other Superman films I have watched, even though I said the first two Christopher Reeve movies were good, the other two Christopher Reeve movies were terrible, and especially Superman 4, The Quest for Peace. Superman Returns, I told you, don't get me started with that. Man of Steel, is this the better Superman movie? I'll find out after I watch the movie, and then I'll give you my honest opinion on that movie. So, thanks for watching my DVD review on Man of Steel, and I'll see you guys right back here next time. Be sure to subscribe and so forth, and you know the rest. Thank you and good night.